Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. Embrace the iExamB learning experience for 50% faster job preparation. I hope your preparation for the SEBI Grade A legal exam is on track. Just a reminder, today is the last date to apply if you have still not applied and you are eligible and wanting to give this exam. In this video, I'm also going to talk about, with 40 days, around 6 weeks left for your phase 1 exam, how should you be approaching your legal syllabus as of now for your preparation to ensure you reach the final list. So let's move ahead and discuss this aspect. As stated, today 28th of November is the last day for your application. So in case you have still not applied or are waiting, then please do go ahead and complete your application today. The exam will be held on the 10th of January for phase 1 and phase 2 will be held on February 21, 2026. The exam happens in two phases. Phase 1, that will have paper 1 focusing on your aptitude subjects like general awareness, English, quantitative aptitude and test of reasoning, 100 marks paper, and then your paper 2 will be your legal paper, another 100 marks paper. Phase 1 requires a general cutoff of 30% for paper 1, 40% for paper 2, but in aggregate for both these two papers, you should have 40% to be able to clear phase 1. If you cross this criteria, all of you will be eligible to move to phase 2. So at this phase 1 level, you are not competing with others yet. The competition starts as phase 2 level, where the marks of your phase 2 will be counted for your final selection and you move ahead to the interview stage based on your merit or the performance in the phase 2 exam. Here there will again be two papers. Paper 1, this will be descriptive in nature, that will be testing your English drafting skills, consisting of an essay, a précis and a reading comprehension. The another paper, paper 2, will be your legal paper, which will have two aspects: MCQ based objective paper and descriptive paper. 70 marks will be for your MCQ based objective paper and 30 marks will be for 3 descriptive questions of 10 marks each, totaling 100 marks. Paper 2 will have a higher weightage of 2/3 and paper 1 of 1/3. I have discussed in detail how this calculation happens in various other videos. So in case you want to know that further, you can watch those videos also. Let's understand the syllabus. The syllabus in legal is separate for phase 1 and phase 2. There are no overlapping topics between phase 1 and phase 2, which means you need to strategize well for your performance in phase 1 and phase 2 in such a manner that you reach the final list. Remember, your phase 1 exam will be on the 10th of January and your phase 2 exam will happen on the 21st of February, right? So you should plan and prepare in such a manner that you are able to utilize this time between phase 1 and phase 2 effectively in terms of practice, revision, and conceptual clarity of certain aspects, but you should start now. So we will discuss how you should plan this, both these phases accordingly. If we talk about phase 1, as I stated, consists of two papers. Very important aspect is you cannot neglect paper 1. Paper 1, that will have quant, reasoning, English and general awareness question. I have done separate videos to help you understand the importance of this paper and why you should not neglect it. We have seen many students miss out phase 1 because they could not clear the minimum cutoff of 30 marks in paper 1 while they were very good in their legal paper, right? So do not make that mistake, but spend enough time so that you cross the minimum cutoff. Maximize your marks in your paper 2, which could be your comfortable zone. Here, I am assuming you would have covered at least 50% of the syllabus. In case you have not, because phase 1 is only general cutoff in nature, where you need an aggregate of 80 marks with minimum 30 marks from paper 1 and minimum 40 marks from paper 2, you can still sail through paper 2 with 50% of the syllabus. In that case, what are those topics that you can cover from the phase 1 and which you can focus, and if you have covered all of them, which are the topics that you should keep revising to ensure you clear phase 1. This is the first and foremost your constitution. Constitution covers 20% of your syllabus, and this is one subject that you study very thoroughly in your LLB, in your graduation degree also. Within this also, if you need to further break down, they have specified certain parts. However, if you still need to break it down, or now that you are revising, the most important areas that you should focus on is the preamble, your part 1, your part 3, your part 4, your 4A, 5th part, and the 11th part. These become the most critical for revision or coverage. Coming next to the contract law. Contract law is consisting of 4 laws: your Indian contract, sales of good, Indian partnership, and specific relief. This carries a 25% weightage. Within this also, when you are revising or if you are studying this again, the most important aspects is you should have basic clarity of the contract law. A lot of basic questions are asked. I have done videos these topic wise also, weightage wise also, for the past year papers since 2020 to 2024 to give you an idea of the level of the questions. If you'll see, there's a lot of focus on the conceptual clarity. So on basic understanding of the contracts, what do you mean by consideration, consent, contingent contracts, novation and rescission, and such other concepts should be very clear to you. Another important from the contracts is your Partnership Act, so you should go through that also thoroughly. Moving ahead to your CPC. The next important topic will be your CPC to be covered. Here in CPC, again, the parts have been mentioned which are important. Within that also, if you are revising further, part 1 and part 2 will have the highest importance with important orders to be revised. You should supplement this with the Limitation Act, which is a high return act. Very short, it can be covered very quickly and revised very quickly, but can give you a lot of good marks. Apart from that, don't forget to revise your Latin terms and maxims, and consumer protection that has been seeing an increase in the importance over various other exams also. So giving this, you can very easily pass through your phase 1 legal paper. As I stated, a lot of topics that are there, the laws that are covered in phase 1 are the ones that you also study in your graduation very well, which is why focusing on revision practice will be very helpful for you at this stage, and you should start your preparation for phase 2 topics also to ensure that you have enough time to revise and practice after the phase 1 exam. Here, the most important part is don't pick and choose. 100% coverage of the syllabus is very important. I have explained in various previous videos why that if you want to make it to the final list, 80 plus marks in your paper 2 is essential to be achieved, which is why you should not leave out or pick and choose in phase 2. Cover 100% of the syllabus. Ensure that you and here this is also important that you start now, because there are various laws that you do not study at graduation. Say for example, the securities law, corporate law, some may study, some may not have so much significance in your graduation. So given that fact, it is important that you start focusing on these laws sooner the better, balancing your phase 1 and phase 2 syllabus. When it comes to corporate law, they have specified the various chapters that you have to go through. Within this also, do very well your chapter 3 prospectus, chapter 4 shares and debentures, your chapter 10 which relates to audit, 11 and 12 relating to directors and meetings, and 27 related to your NCLT. Chapter 28 is also very important to be covered. Apart from this, cover your LLP very thoroughly and very well. Good number of questions are asked from the LLP also. IBC is important. Of course, as I said, 100% syllabus is important, and yes, it is gained importance over the last few years. When it comes to securities law, your SCRA, SEBI Act, Depository Acts are the ones to be covered well. In addition to there, certain 3 regulations have been mentioned. So these regulations have been reduced as compared to last year, which means you need to focus very, very well on these regulations in this year. In SEBI Act, it's a straightforward act, small act, and very easy to cover, but you need to give it time. Understanding of how the establishment of the SEBI has been done, the management of the board, the functions of the board, what are its powers to adjudicate, what are the powers and the role of SAT, in the SCRA, understanding the various kinds of securities, how they are defined and how they can be issued, and your Depositories Act is very, very important. Criminal laws, now you have to focus on the new criminal laws, and they have specified under BNS which are the chapters you have to focus. You can stick to the syllabus and accordingly prepare for the new criminal laws also. So this is where you need to focus and start your preparation, balancing phase 1 and phase 2. At iExamB, we have separated, presented the content as per the syllabus for the ease of understanding. For example, phase 1 paper 2, the legal paper, the index of the content is provided. You can see the coverage of the constitutional law, law of contracts, civil laws, administrative interpretation maxims, and the other laws like consumer and torts are covered here. You're also provided legal summary to help you revise, and section test, which include MCQ booklets and the test in the online mode to help you practice both in the online mode and revise through the MCQ booklets. Similarly, for paper 2 at the phase 2 level, you will find separate sections for the new criminal laws that are covered comprehensively through detailed sections, live lectures and classes that have been done by Indra ma'am in detail with the help of the BEAR Acts to help you understand the new criminal laws and the differences very, very well. Around 1300 plus questions, MCQs through booklets have been added under the new criminal laws to help you further practice and strengthen your preparation. Securities law with updations on the new securities and the regulations have been added here in these 2 topics. Descriptive question practice has also been added for the topics of phase 2 to help you practice for the description and objective paper, and certain important case laws are also included for further preparation. You will of course find MCQ booklets and section tests to practice here. Apart from this, you will find full length practice test where you will be able to practice in the form of the exact exam pattern for all the papers, paper 1 of phase 1, paper 2 of phase 1, paper 1 of phase 2, and paper 2 of phase 2. So in case you are looking to take benefit of this, you can check out the free demo and avail the course at a flat 61% off and the Black Friday offer offered by iExamB currently. For further details, you can download the app or visit our website or call us at 920-552-4028. Wishing you all the best.